Well, I'm here with Chris from Telford College on your stand, and you are our headline sponsor again this year, so thank you very much for that.
Yeah, brilliant. It's really good to be involved in the event. Always really busy, and we want to shout out about all the good work that happens in the local area and how Telford College can support that.
And Telford College at the moment, so many apprentices and apprenticeship courses that you're offering. How many have you got going at the moment in terms of courses?
So in terms of courses, we offer a bit of a range in different sectors. So things within sort of early years education, other aspects that are more sort of office-based, like your business admin, accountancy, and then a lot of different trades and engineering. So all in all, I reckon probably about 20, 23, 24 different standards. Always looking to develop things as well. You know, a big part of what we want to do is constantly speak to employers out there, find out what they need in terms of their sort of skill development for staff, where they've got gaps, and we can work with them to put on apprenticeships that we don't currently offer, but we can plan into the future.
So are there gaps in industries that you'd like to be covering?
I think, again, it's speaking to employers, making sure that we're listening to what the need is out there. From the other side, obviously, we've got lots of school students in today. We've got the college students. Again, we listen from that side as well in terms of what do they want to do as careers. And then we have to start to look at matching that up with employers. Is the need out there? So there's a journey for them, hopefully, so they can sort of think about what they want to do ambition-wise and career-wise, through into college, and then through the other sides into employment. And there's a real sort of partnership there with everything.
Now, if I'm a business and I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I could take an apprentice on, but I'm worried, is there going to be barriers? How easy does Telford College make it for me to take on an apprentice?
I think that's definitely the thing that we want to sort of emphasise with companies. If there is an interest there, you know, initially we'd have a full consultation, really informal chat just to run through everything, and make sure that there's lots of transparency about what's entailed in an apprenticeship. There are things that employers will need to do, absolutely, but as a college and as a local provider, that's what we can certainly make sure that becomes an easy process ultimately. You know, it's not going to take a long time to set up any paperwork or accounts, things like that. We can sort that out for people. We can make sure that's done, take the pain out of it. You know, what might be a 30-minute job for someone who doesn't necessarily know what they're doing, I can pop across 2-3 minutes, it's done. And that's what we want to do, make sure it's easy for people. So that might create more opportunities for young people coming into roles.
It's a cup of tea and a bit of a chat with you then, Chris.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's what we want. Because the other side of things, and my role in the college, apprenticeships are one part of it. You know, we want employers not to just think apprenticeships, but actually, well, what else is there? We've got thousands of students looking at work placements, T-levels that are coming on board. Lots of employers have maybe heard of T-levels but don't necessarily understand exactly what they include. So it's constantly talking, because what we want to do is make sure that we're giving businesses good advice, the right advice, and it works for them, because they're going to get the biggest impact. Students are going to get the biggest impact, and hopefully that really sort of develops the local economy, local businesses. And again, not forgetting those existing staff. You know, existing staff can go on to apprenticeships and training courses. We've got first aid courses, we've got fire marshal courses, we've got team leader courses. The list goes on really. So it's just having those initial chats to really find out what the college does and how it can support. But also then, again, like I mentioned earlier, if we don't do a course that a company wants, that's where we can go back to the college and develop more courses that will suit the local companies that are asking for them.
And it's not just about school leavers taking on apprenticeships, is it? Anybody can do an apprentice.
Absolutely, you know, the youngest guys are school leavers. Then we've got a lot of college students who may have done a year or two at college, and then they want to look at an apprenticeship as the next step. We get lots of people in their sort of early 20s who are sort of thinking about you know, what their long-term career is, and we get people who are existing members of staff. So the age range is big. There's changes going on with apprenticeships at the moment to encourage the younger sort of age groups. But yeah, again, it's that initial consultation and conversation about what an apprenticeship or who can go on to an apprenticeship, and ultimately the impact it can have for someone's career or for the business to upskill their staff.
I've heard about something called Apprenticeship Plus. What's that about?
Yeah, so Apprenticeship Plus, again, this has been driven from employers that we've been speaking to. So an apprenticeship might have certain content that they have to, a student might have to go through to then go through their endpoint assessment. But we don't want to sort of be rigid and just deliver that content. We want to be able to sort of bolt on things. So that Apprenticeship Plus idea is to really make sure that what an apprentice goes through is a really rounded opportunity. There's bolt-ons that might be really specific and more technical to what the qualification they're doing. But there might be certain things where, I don't know, an engineering student, the company might want to put them through a first aid course, so we can bolt that on. So it's really to make sure that there's more flexibility, there's more opportunity. They're not, they're optional ultimately. So people don't have to commit to them. They can do them at any time throughout their apprenticeships. They could do them at the start, they could do them at the end. There's just built in a lot more added flexibility for the Apprenticeship Plus.
Brilliant. Chris, thank you so much for chatting to us. Always good to have a natter.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.